actually quite progressive for this part of the country. And get the countryside again, slowly, the school again, and going a little close. This school is of particular interest, I suppose, to myself because I went there. And I went there from I was about 5 until I was about 13 or so. From 1955 until 1963. Quite primitive, actually. A 2-room school, actually a 3-room school. The central room was used for playing in wet weather. So, when people talk about Angela's Ashes, this now is as bad as it gets. Schoolyard here. I'll walk in here carefully. See how overgrown things are. Hasn't been used for ages. In fact, there wasn't even a correct title to this building. Supposedly, supposed to be owned by the parish, and when the parish went to sell it, they couldn't sell it because they didn't have a title to it. This is how well things are done here in the past. I'm actually at the school again. I'm at the back of the school. There's a particular reason for this. Tells you a little bit here. The building you're looking at now with a little hole in the corner there, a small hole about 1 foot by 9 inches, that's the turf shed where kids brought turf for the school. And the building gets run down by the end with no roof here. I'll try to give you a close up on that. That's the lavatory. There's no roof on it now. There was a galvanized roof on it then. It was basically a dry hole and used to be washed down every so often to the river. That was the sanitary condition here at the time. I think there was a metal gate going into it. So on this side we have the boys, and on the other side of the yard is divided here at the shed. You have the girls' lavatory on the other end. So that's now how things were divided back in the 1950s and 1960s and before. I suppose we should also cover, this is the playground here. There's a wall around it. I'll follow it very slow, very small actually in area. And next here, the area that's covered here with bushes is Degnan's Field. All Degnan's Field, which we took over to play because we didn't have enough room in the playground itself. This playground here on the boys' side wouldn't be any more than 20 yards by about 15. That's the size of the play area. And it wasn't for lack of land around anyhow. So you know I wasn't telling you a fib. It should tell you the year in which the building was constructed. Legga National School, it should say 1893, if my hand will remain steady enough in this ferocious wind. There you go. And this end of the school, 3rd grades, was the girls' end of the school, the girls' playground area. All classes were mixed, of course, so boys and girls were only separated from playing, as far as playing was concerned in this case. Taking things here from a slightly different angle. It's below the school, taken from the bridge. Now, there's a structure, concrete structure or block structure here in the bottom, so to speak. That's a pump house that was built back in the 60s. My brother John did some plastering in that. Roughly in 1967, we had a professor school teacher from Kerry, somebody from the outside, who decided there should be some form of running water at the school. And he decided to put up a pump house and pump water up from this stream, which we'll just see in a minute. No shortage of fresh water here. It's highish at the moment, not excessively high. It's typical for winter, and it's a good idea to bring in water up at least. It's not treated water, it'll be just water good enough for washing away waste in the school. Keep in mind that electricity to this area came in 1956. Before that we were in the dark, so to speak. We still are in certain respects. I'm going to look at things from a slightly different angle, just below the bridge here. This bridge, the wall of which you'll see actually is quite wide for the rest of the road. It's hard to see it even. There we go. That's the bridge there. beside it. Now, it's much wider than the road, which is extremely progressive for this part of the country at the time. Due to the opposite, you have a narrow bridge and a narrow road. A narrower bridge, narrow road and a narrower bridge, typically in Ireland. This area here, this is John Dolan's, formerly Jimmy Joe Donohue's of Kilticon.